Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan. Today we have very serious stories. First, we bring you a painful family tragedy from Juba, where the daughter of Deputy Speaker Mary Ayen was found dead in a hotel swimming pool in Juba. Second, we turn to politics, where SPLMIO acting chairman Oyet Nathaniel Perino and former petroleum minister Ezekiel Olgatkot are clutching over claim of a plot to assassinate Dr. Riek Machar. And third, we take you to Jonglei State, where tragedy is struck during a wrestling event in Bour, Jonglei State, leaving one young man dead and communities shaken. Before we proceed with these stories, please, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let us begin by listening to the family tragedy in Juba. What happened there? Let's take a look at it. According to the information, there was a tragedy that happened, and this is very sad at the same time. And let's see what happened there and why this is very important for us to listen to. In Juba, a very sad and heartbreaking story has shaken the nation. The family of the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Mary Ayen, is mourning the death of her daughter, Atoch Angamla. On Friday, September 26, her body was discovered inside a swimming pool at a hotel in Juba. This shocking discovery was confirmed by her aunt, Honorable Adwal Bull, who spoke to the media the next day. Honorable Adwal explained that the young woman was found in the swimming pool and that investigations are now ongoing to understand what really happened. She told reporter that I will not give you the full detail because the investigation is still going on, but we know that the girl was found in the swimming pool. She also admits that the situation is strange and confusing. She said, if you say somebody was found in a swimming pool, sometimes it beats your brain. At this moment, authorities are checking camera footage from the hotel and questioning people who may know something. The family has said they will fully cooperate with the investigations. This tragedy has brought great sorrow not only to the family but also to many citizens who heard the news. People are asking questions. Was this an accident? Was this a crime? Or was something else involved? The family is waiting for clear answers, and the public is also waiting to know the truth. We say this is very painful when young lives are lost in unclear ways. It is more painful, when those lives belong to the children of leaders who serve the nation has gone painfully like that. It is more painful, okay? We send our deep sympathy to the family of Honorable Mary Ayen. May the soul of her daughter rest in peace and may the truth come out soon. Our second top story is Oyet and Olgatkot clash over assassination claim. Here is the reality, and I believe most of you already know what had happened when Nathaniel Oyet wrote an application claiming that there was a plot that was going on. People want to assassinate Dr. Riek Machar. The acting chairman of the SPLMIO, Honorable Oyet Nathaniel Perino released a statement on Saturday. In it, he said that his group has received strong intelligence information about a new plan to assassinate Dr. Riek Machar, the suspended first Vice President of South Sudan. According to Oyet, this plot was not new. He said it was already planned before March this year, 2025, when Dr. Riek Machar was detained. He further alleged that the plan was designed by President Salva Kiir, two unnamed vice president and one former petroleum minister. Oyet gave a very strong warning. He said the SPLMIO will hold President Kiir and his accomplices responsible for any incident that threatened the life of Dr. Riek Machar. He also called for international help. He appealed to IGAD, the African Union, the United Nations, the Troika countries, the European Union, and all partners of South Sudan to step in quickly to protect Machar and other political detainees. Oyet welcomed the release of 74 political prisoners on September 24th, but he repeated his demand for the immediate release and unconditional release of Dr. Riek Machar and all other detainees that are still in custody. But on the same day, Ezekiel Lolgat was former petroleum minister and former ambassador to the United States, dismissed these allegations. Lolgat quote, he said that they were false, unfounded, and dangerous. He warned that such a statement can fuel tension and even bring back war. Lolgat quotes the former petroleum explained that the SPLMIO statement was unfair because it mentioned a former petroleum minister, which many people could assume mean him. He say there are many former petroleum ministers, not just one. Lolgat quote also reminded the people of 2016, the fighting at J1. He said Dr. Riek Machar, myself, and many others were protected by His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit. President Kiir has never believed in assassination or political murder. According to him, Dr. Riek Machar today is safe. He said Machar is under the protection of the Presidential Guard, with his security fully guaranteed by the President himself. He added that Machar's current situation is not about his life being at risk, but rather about a legal matter in the court. He said that. Lolgat quote then urged the public to ignore what he called false and malicious claim. He said these kind of stories only create fear, division, and instability. So here, my viewer, we see two very different voices. On one side, Oyet Nathaniel Perino say Machar life is in danger. On the other side, Ezekiel Lolgat say Machar is saved. Well, and he say also Machar is fully protected. For the people of South Sudan, this brings confusion. Who is telling the truth? What is really happening? One thing is clear though, mistrust is still very strong in politics, and mistrust is dangerous for a nation like South Sudan, which is already fragile. As Changfied News, we say this leader may clash with word, but when tension rises, it is always the ordinary people who suffer. We hope for peace. We hope the truth will be respected, and we hope that no harm will come to anyone. Let's move on to our next breaking news in Jonglei. This wrestling match turned deadly in Bour. According to the information that was released in Jonglei State, where a tragedy happened during what was supposed to be a cultural and joyful event. Yesterday, Bour County hosted a wrestling match against Church Manuel of Ural East County. Wrestling is one of the most loved traditional sport, but sadly this event ended in violence. The victim was a young man named Ayuen Bir Gop from Pariak Abi. According to report, the first clash started at the wrestling ground. It was between Wetke Nyarai and Wetke Pariak, also known as Coach Kede Ajak Lol from Awan. Several people from Wetke Pariak were injured in that fight and they were rushed to the hospital. Now here is the sad part. Ayun was not part of the first fight, right? It was just a young man on his motorcycle going to the hospital to visit his injured relatives. You know, one of his relatives got injured during the incident, but you know the man of South Sudanese. Though you are not there, you know, they can even involve you in the case. But when he reached Marol Market, the man was suddenly attacked. Eyewitness said he was speared with a traditional weapon, the tongue, and then beaten. People tried to rush him to the hospital, but his injuries were too severe and he passed away. Authorities are now investigating. Civil society leaders and elders are urging calm and reconciliation. They are asking people not to take revenge and to allow justice to work. This tragic event reminds us that even cultural gathering, you know, we should bring unity and joy can turn deadly if not properly managed. Security and discipline must be taken seriously in such public event. Well, as Changfied YouTube channel, we send our condolences to the family of a young man, Ayuen Bir Gop. We also call on all communities in Bour and Yerol East to remain calm and to honor peace. Violence will never bring healing, only justice and reconciliation will. Today, my viewer, we have covered three very important stories. First, the sorrow of the Deputy Speaker family mourning the loss of a daughter found in a swimming pool in Juba. Second, the clash of words between Oyet Nathaniel and Lolgat Kot with serious claim and denial about the safety of Dr. MACHAR in Juba. And third, the tragedy in Bour, where a young man lost his life after an attack during a wrestling event. And the young man was not even there during the fighting, but just because he went and visited his relative in the hospital, he was attacked and got killed. This story reminds us that South Sudan is still in pain. A pain of mistrust, a pain of violence, and a pain of unanswered questions. But as citizens, you know, people must stand together. People must call for truth. People must call for peace. And people must call for justice. Jo Lincoln Magwaseme, Banatin Conchade and Lattery, which and Winimi, South Sudan, Gwentin Contin Chirika Twoktin, and Gorajan Wojin, Jaramajidita, Can Cononiam Guaseme, Katogna Internas, Banamandan, and their calling Guad Banjalin, Gorajan Wojin, subscribe, credit notification bell, little twine. Komecha take Lermish Berede, Shamala Shubekiji, Gorno Jin Bishanal, which support me, Jaramajidit. Ano kami shija gwaru nan channel, thank you kamadan shalat bana waka jan lerame lerani am gwas me bana right kamen beje che tore wi ke Juba ke lermi shalat ki report shano mi bide kondi aran palpinten chala do ne deputy speaker malalet ka parliament Ramishale honorable Mary Ayen Sheikh wajen she nyade she yere jen no nyar na mo shwala a touch a ngamla jen chaji jigolo chi yede jen ano ke jen Friday shang yandang road bakkel ka pai bangwan cha point shawo jigolo take a swimming pool gwadal na puaktin wajen chaji ga tuara tin ke che ding alo sheliu kwala jikarun wang la pool mo take hotel rewe ke Juba but kan hotel dana liwutin kana kule konlat ran chaja nek nyam ka chaja yor re pool swimming pool gwadan na kitten chiloy nen tungwan che jata long ka do badan en chire mo je to ga Ramadan wi je ka jen hotel mo wa hantide Michal honorable adwalbol Ramadan sikul right ke media kare gran show da lat no re ka me to kare wi ke Juba honorable adwal shela do ne no cha young woman ke nyam mo cha point cha je ka swimming pool gwadan na puaktin che dingtin ka shaliu wa investigation ja tin lat ke je lo ti kanas ka do badan en chire ke to ke je no chala do ne ken native content tin like family ken native content lat career ga men woche tuok kan full detail kan la na ko ken ngode lat ke ti kana ko do badan tuok ga mo ko je so kan karodian jacob bi kan ne dial bi kan galar full story man chode lat ba chikalan jen go chire ga mo che tuok dindo na tin lat ki investigation jikala do ne ken ni man to gwasame wa gurka kamrani ka la kamran tin kon ti ko tela dana liutin rewi ke juba ngai kon juba tungwan lat ko dien tin long gorka kamran ne dong de ramadan nagra de janga bat ken detail ken kalat men mi cha ramadan nang nya mo ke che yo re pini ta je kon jek duno tina lungono ne na madera la accident chit ko dong cho pen year ke kuje kit ke jan bo dong che yong ko kwang che ro yo year che liu no ke dong te ramimo mi chi na ken yam cho ko lo yo year ke cha je mo re year ngwa da mo ngode kana ne ngajen madan le ro da ba de jen go chi nyam to da mo chi yede che jen ka jo ran chalat ke je she mane de ko la no yira longa mal re wi ka so sudan gwa mi be long. So we send our deepest sympathy to the family of Honorable Mary Ayen ke Dobadan and chi nyata chi yede jen ga de ko dom chora lut Juba atene to ngwan long ti nyer kana de jinnak but kwala kwijin wo dong na me politic ke just accident mi chi tuong ne jen eno ko gwaden be bantin dial kon lat korean banakaling gwaz me te kon ke ler mi banaling ke kwi o yet Nathaniel kene lol gat kot ke warga edana shogor shi lol gat kot che jo me che nyok kamulu je ka ta dan en chirek cho da lat ke je rega mo je ne gwade edana shi Nathaniel yet che warga che gor no ne ajeni gor ke jeno ba da MACHAR ba je ne kre wi ke juba wa mi mo jela no sha ka kam intelligence information ka ta dan shi ngaro den lat ke je Nathaniel yet ya gor ne ken ya majenete ne gor jeno ba dakeng MACHAR ba jena kata dan chelat keje ajena kan eden content gor jeno ba ring MACHAR ba jena chelat no te president self kem yadi tetin ajena ke vice president dangro te ken shot ken kalat ajena ke former petroleum minister so chelat o ken eden content gor jeno de ring MACHAR de jena according to yet no chala no anta chala da ko baring MACHAR ba janak wa plan mi cha to ne ka pai dio ko gwate dan en pai dio ko mo chala da kan no gor kan obi kan mo bi kan la de ke ring MACHAR de kan na ka tai dan kan lat ke je but che fail ne barantame wa cha plan mo cha nyo ko lat ke je let kir mi yadit kan ne den ko kina konen che mat ke jo dan chalat no o yet Nathaniel no che kume merwai ke kim yadi che ka condemn longo no chwa mishene me chwa jelet duno che kim yadi che gul jogono mu weto wetemuto ka first by president Dr. MACHAR ba tiniji yana ne ku dialen content la dien na mekel en Nathaniel yet bo a call for international help che international community jogono yen de yen Dr. MACHAR de yana gang che ji gat chol ji Africa Union che ga chol ji United Nation ba che ga chol ke che toroi ka che ga chol ba countries la bontin charden mat che European che ga mat che ga chol ba no ka che all the partner tin kon let kel ka South Sudan che ga jogono de yen Dr. MACHAR tik de adi yen gi ko tele mi jeng de to ka je cha jo mo cha je la Nathaniel yet ka dir dan dir ge jen go take plan mi chalat ko de yen MACHAR de janak akir mi yadit kana ne tin kon tin jalat o ye Nathaniel bo che ne dang ne jen baru dum wanten konen cha luñ kin mi yadit lan ji kuma asfela yo che ka acknowledge la no che lo na tet ko cha luñ but gone yo kan dial ne kon men ne ten ngore te jen gore jen go de ka luñ kan dial che jomo che jelat of course cham go o cha luñ but gone kan dial kan the wool asfela yo official including the first by president the leader of asfela yo kan dial de ka de luñ unconditionally che jomo che jelat but then re gwada dan and rajatin ke tai dan chorga che gor ke je she Ezekiel Lolgar kot jen former petroleum minister ke former ambassador to the United States chairman chala de Nathaniel yet che dismiss ano ite kane to gor ke jen o bareng MACHAR ba janak ano china shi Lolgar kot che jo mo che la de no ne me shi tok jen mi che na me ya kach shi tok ka ta dan che jelar ke je ajene kan Nathaniel yet kan jome kan jelada gwa lul gat kot ajene Riek Machar point de ganka je kume men raike kirme yadit ajene presidential guard pain ken Canadian content ganke Riek Machar tele Riek medeto Riek Machar nyok jelada one ne en Riek Machar mugur connect de self ke me yadit dio je che cha ajene ke 2016 wade dane che korche tok tin ka presidential palace cha jomo cha jelat ajene point de lul gat kot and okay Riek Machar kana kan dialect kan ka rom and when am me kor me to rar jera me dane ganke self ke me yadit mi chaguj bon won me bachi to ko di en rami mo mala gwantero ti de nang ne ke ka peli point de dio jena ma chaguj no chi to but chain season no ci self ke me yadit sharing ma cha je lo ka jen 2016 jene dane kula kai ke jarar kana ne ka ban ngai kono no Riek Machar gwade dane barore tin ci kon yalla ngajen wo jaja gor mere romni gor ko jeno nakaje gwan mi mo bo ka je karen yalla tin ano duno chu ko dan dan te ka je chu ken ci mangai kono no yang ci ko ro ka dong ci ko je no ci bliu shanga mo la ja ken ci no mo ce to ka che ka gwade dan ci lol gat ko che Nathaniel yet je jogo no ne me shi to janin mishala rani Nathaniel yet janin shi to ce de ga jom ci no mo janin ne me tille wo de Riek Machar de je mo kere ko Riek Machar yan ka je ka dur so ku je mo security de te ka kirme yadi tele menang ne dialten che jomo che jela cha ko le jogan lol gar ko den wone ne jin ngi jen wo kan shuru kan mention jin former petroleum minister ba batine ring wante katen why do you think jin jira ramadan lat ken o te kana mo but cha ka jo cha la tok walul gal kot kan ne kan vice president dangro kan ke jen kirmi yadi da wa kan de kon tet wa ka logdien ke Riek Machar gur kan ode ke Riek Machar de kan mo kerek ka ta dan en cha jo me cha jalat ke je de kon chongo gwa da mo ko ne meni batika more information to bana ojektin ka kor gwaten be gwa se me channel right check comment chalat re which Bour ka Jonglei state ka Jonglei state te ke Riek mi chora lat you know gwaden winemi shala do ne take mi shalat la wrestling mala na queerten la jang la ken queer bika queer la competition chira me a friendly competition mi jaglo nat ko betet no ki community ne tintere wichin winemi jagula do ne wa ci Bour county ken shech manyel ka Eurolis county chiga take a competition and is traditional sport more wa turn into sadly ka kor keme sharik chajalat gwami mo china chiginyin are kor money wa chote gane to ngane amoy ka bot no wa man kurigle no ngene wa chete ka young man ki ngwat kel mi chigen jore duel wal en ngada mo chola ayuen nyel bir gop jen ka pare ga bi mo jen ram kel ka kane to ne chokule jien weran duare na moment chamoy ka bot ku jele gul reti jien ne ka bende wada jender shuka ngada ko jele ka motorcycle no ke jele boda and when mo chwa shu kap ka chwa yo yet no ka mut ka jo chalat no ka jen chwa yo dwech wa menange dwel wala ne wa chi yere yo jen when mo ko jen wa te ka bot dit longatin kono ya kame na mene kam jane karodian ka jo chakulat gwa seme chala no ne me eri muchora lat kam ne chale wet ke nyarai kene wet ke pariak michal ken coach ke kede ajak lol ka wan chala do ne ngwana gwa da na chire mo etok tin gwa na na shikarodian doitin wane te board long cha ayo nang dwelwal so ne me agenda na tuoka Jonglei estate ano shilia che tok tin dio je kon dia liang bone ne panen wo ka kore che tuok wa cha di ni dang ro cha kanak la SSPDF dang ro ke ngat kel gwa de dana chi kore tuok tin re wi ka Jonglei Bour so de ti ka tek baj te lat ka ro de re wi chin binemi ka de alte to ko token ke security issues so man de lar gwa seme me jiram jidit please go no subscribe today my viewer we have covered 3 very important stories. First, the sorrow of the Deputy Speaker family mourning the loss of a daughter found in a swimming pool in Juba. Second, the clash of words between Oyet and Lolgatkot with serious claim and denial about the safety of Dr. Riek Machar. And third, the tragedy in Bour where a young man lost his life after an attack during a wrestling event happened. This story reminds us that South Sudan is still in pain, a pain of mistrust, a pain of violence, and a pain of unanswered questions. Well, thank you for staying with the Changfied YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel, share this report, and continue to follow us as we bring you the voice of the people and the truth of the nation. May peace be with you all. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.